Hello, everybody. Welcome to IFMA Digital Edge Workshop number 2. I'm very excited. My name is Latika. I'm IFMA Digital Manager. And today we're going to be talking about AI and what not to do, specifically about Chat GPT and a few other things. So I'm really excited to be live here with you. I'm coming live from Phuket, Thailand. And while we're waiting for everybody to tune in, why don't you tell me in the chat where you're tuning in from? So let me know if you're here live and if you can see me, if you can hear me all right. Or just spend a couple of minutes making sure that everybody can tune in and can hear me okay. So yes, AI and robots, oh my God. I love Chat GPT, but I also hate it. For a very long time, I just couldn't make it do what I wanted it to do. But over years, I've developed a few tips and tricks, and I'm going to share them all with you. Hello. Oh, Francis, how are you? Very cool to have you here with us today. Are you excited to learn about Chat GPT? I'm excited to share with you. So, I think it's been a couple of minutes. Hello, hi, здравствуйте, Юля, с YouTube. Привет. It's good to have you here with us. We're going a slightly different time, this time to a given date, more of our European friends. So hopefully we'll see some new faces today. That's awesome. All right. Well, it's been a couple of minutes. I think we should just get right into it. So what do you think? My lovely assistant, Clinton, is going to help us with the slides. And here it is. He started to changing them right now. All right, thanks, Clinton. So yeah, ChatGPT saves me about 20 hours a week and a lot of money and stuff. So yeah, it's a hugely useful tool. I wanted to know, just from those that are tuning in with us, has anyone actually never heard about ChatGPT, never used it, a completely new person? Hi, hello. Where are you from? Good to see you. So anyone completely new to ChatGPT? No. We're all familiar with it. I don't need to go away completely basic, right? So, all right. So that's good to know. Today, format, just so you know, we're going to rush through jam-packed 10 minutes of learning, and then I'm going to open it to Q&A. So throughout the workshop, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments, either on YouTube or on Facebook, and Clinton will bring them up on the screen, and I will answer as many as I can at the end of it. So that's the format. And please make sure to stick with me till the end, because I will tell you how to get all my slides and handouts. Yes, rock till the end. So we're here for 20 minutes, sharp, short, and super intense, packed with value. So hopefully I had a lot of fun preparing these slides. So hopefully you'll have a lot of fun getting them. All right. So mistake number 1. Today I promised to share some mistakes, what not to do when using ChatGPT. So mistake number 1, too many models. This is how many large language models exist at the moment. Yes, that's quite a lot. And I see a lot of people just starting to play with ChatGPT, with Claude, with Gemini, which is really cool, from Google. I personally really excited about Grok from Elon Musk. And then you start dabble with all of them and you don't master any of them. So I really recommend to pick one. And the one that I have picked and I've been using thoroughly, it's GPT-4o. So this is the newest model, and I use a paid version, $20 a month, and I really can't recommend it enough. The paid version can do text vision in real time, so you can turn your text into images. And it also can serve internet. So you can put a URL of a blog post into a GPT and ask it to summarize it or to rewrite it in your own words. That would rank better in SEO, and it will do it. So it can surf internet in real time. And it can do photos, and it's just much faster. So GPT will save you so many hours, so much money. I think $20 a month is a fair investment. Really recommend it. 4o. All right, so that's easy. Mistake number 2, bad training. So this is the one that we're going to spend most of our time on. Bad training is something that is a bane of my existence, of my clients and people that I see that are using Chat GPT without training it properly. How to train your dragon? I mean, how to train your robots. Without training it, it's just really a fancy text predictor, and it spits out garbage. We all kind of jumped on Chat GPT early on, and we started saying, write me a caption about this and write me this, and it will just come out with whatever, and we thought it was great. But over time, this generic prompts will generate very generic responses. And now when we go on the internet, people that actually use ChatGPT, which is like majority of us, we can spot that it's been written by a robot, and it's a huge turnoff. So if your brand, if your federation, or if your gym using Chat GPT, make sure to train it properly. So I see it all the time. Big gyms, they hire some junior marketing person like Tiger Muay Thai Bali, and then they give them to write their captions. Of course, they use Chat GPT, and look at it. It's just such a turn off. Pretty much in this caption, everything what not to do has been done. So some of the don'ts for prompting for using ChatGPT when it's producing content for you, especially for blog posts and for your Instagram captions, Facebook captions. Excessive emojis. Just tell it, do not use emojis. If you want to put one or two that you actually specifically like, add it later. GPT is shocking at plastering it all over and just looks horrible. Overused words like elevate. Clinton, if you can make it a little bit bigger, because I need to read it. The do's and don'ts, thank you. So phrases like elevate, unleash, level up. They're great words, but because GPT has been using it by default so many times, every time a customer now or a fight fan reads unleash you in a warrior, it just has this big cross in their mind, and they don't want to read anymore because it's been so overused. So unleash, elevate, don't do it. Actually add to your prompt. Do not use overused words such as, and list them. Marketing jargon, avoid it at all costs. And sentence structure, this is my personal peeve. Sentence structure, it's not just this, it's that. But they're not just competitors. They are true warriors. It just sounds bad. It just sounds like a robot wrote it. And if you read it back, and if it sounds like a robot wrote it to you, to your customers and to your readers, it will sound just as well. So instead, what do you want to do? You want to write like a real person. Go back. I haven't gone through the do's, please. So you want to write like a real person. You want to develop unique brand voice, and you want to remind GPT to use Muay Thai as one word. In IFMA world, Muay Thai, we spell it as one word. So those are the three quick things pretty much add to every prompt. So we'll go deeper. I know it's easy for me to say, develop a unique brand voice, but how do you do that? All right, so I'll show you with you some tips and tricks on how to actually develop a brand voice using GPT. So the first thing we're going to do is this magical phrase, imagine you are a. So you start your prompt with, imagine you are a award-winning sport journalist. Imagine you are a, like this one is an example. So imagine you are an award-winning sports journalist and communication specialist. You write for New York Times sports section. You're a 45-year-old male talking to combat sport people, fighters, athletes, coaches, and fans. Write me a caption about blah. So you started with actually really describing, go back please, describing the person that you want. Like imagine you can hire anybody in the world to write your blogs, anybody at all. So, well, you can. ChatGPT can actually use their personality and their traits to write your copy. You just need to tell it, imagine you are that person, and describe the best person you want to work for you. Or you can actually have a bit of fun. If you don't want to sound like a sports journalist, if you want to sound like Muhammad Ali, why don't you try and play with that? So I've played with a couple of prompts here, and this was not in my trained chat. It was like a brand new chat. I just wanted to see what we can come up. Oh, hi, my D. How's it going? Yes. So this one is like, imagine you are Muhammad Ali, right? Make caption promoting IFMA, European Muay Thai champs in Kosovo. And it came up with like too much, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee, blah, da, 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 don't miss the action, join us celebrating the spirit of Muay Thai. It's not bad, showcase skill. Yeah, but it's a little bit hypey, and I didn't mention about the emojis that, of course, it entered all the emojis as soon as I said caption. Okay, so what about Mike Tyson? What if I say, okay, great, now try to write Mike Tyson and do not use emojis? I'm used to that. My GPT is trained to not use them, but yeah, this is a new one. And what did it say? Listen up, fight fans. The IFMA European Muay Thai Championships are heading Kosovo next week. It's time to witness true warriors clash in the ring. This is where strength meets strategy and champions are forged. Don't miss the excitement as Europe's best showcase their skills at heart. Be there to feel the power and intensity of the fight game. I like that. It has a bit of character. It's hypey, but it has a bit of character, and it's a few words that Mike Tyson would probably use. I like this one. What if we use that my original prompt? The imagine you are a sports journalist. What would it give us? Oh no, first Joe Rogan. That's right. So Joe Rogan. If we do that, this is a good one. Look at that. So imagine if your Joe Rogan would write it for you. So hey everyone, get ready for an epic showdown. Da-da-da. Incredible event, toughest fighters, this athletes bring to the ring. Yeah, this is great. Witness the rise of champions. This has a lot of potential. This kind of sentence structure and this tone of voice, I quite like that. But I'm gonna try now my imagine you are a sports journalist part. All right, so it goes. Imagine you are a award-winning sports journalist and write me a caption about World Championship in Kosovo. So remember, this is the first time I'm asking my GPT to do that. This is brand new chat. And it says, the center stage for an exhilarating display of skills. All right, it's a little bit too hypey, a little bit too generic. So I would adjust it right from the start. I see it's not going to work. So I would adjust it with the next prompt. Avoid cliche and overused phrases. Avoid sentence structure like it's not just this, it's that. Remember, we don't want that. So, and it came up with this. The IFMA European Muay Thai Championships kick off next week in Kosovo, bringing together some of the most skilled fighters across the continent. This event promises to deliver high-level competition, showcasing the dedication and talent of athletes who have honed their craft in the ring. As fighters for victory, coaches and fans will experience the intensity and passion that defines the sport. Mark your calendars. This is an event you won't want to miss. Now, I like that. See how it's official. It ticks all the boxes, but it has character. It's unique. It doesn't use, they're going to unleash, they're going to level up and show over-exaggerated bullshit that we hate in Chat GPT. Hello, Philippines, by the way. Good to see you guys. Right, so this is good. So what I would do from this point, I would use this as a base, and I would say I would add a few sentences from Joe Rogan and Mike Tyson. I didn't like what Muhammad Ali was telling me. And then I would give it back to ChatGPT and I said, you know what? I'm happy with this tone of voice. Let's give this tone of voice a name and we're going to remember it for the future prompts. So once you play with it and once you find the style and the tone and the words and the phrases that you like, you actually can ask GPT to remember that tone of voice, give it a name so you can call on it later. You can even, if you like a book, for example, a lot of my people in the gym, they like a book called Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's a really cool book and the language is quite cool. So if you like a language from a particular book, copy paragraphs from that book, paste it into GPT and say, hey, use this tone of voice, identify it, analyze it, and remember it. We're going to use it for our captions. We're going to use it from our blog posts from now on. Hello, guys. Good to see you. All right. So again, you play around, and once you're happy with it, you you ask it to remember the tone of voice and give it a name. All right, next tip and trick. At the end of the day, ChatGPT doesn't have brains. It doesn't. It's a fancy predictive text. So you need to feed it good data for the good data to come out. So good data in, good data out. So this is something that we use for our gyms. So if you have a particular reoccurring content going out, for example, so if you go fight announcements or happy birthday to someone that you usually do, Yulia, I know you guys do that on your Russian Muay Thai page. It's really good that you always celebrate your athletes. So you've got this regular posts coming out. So what you want to do is you want to go through a year or maybe two on your Instagram and Facebook, choose the captions that would that you like the most about that particular topic, put it in the document and give it save like 10 examples, and then get Chat GPT to analyze it and remember that style, so for the future they can remember. So I'll read you the prompt first. Analyze the text below. So go back. The prompt would be analyze the text below for the overall writing style. Take note of things like my style, voice, sense of humor, language, tone of voice, and literally style. Use a natural language. Then I want you to create a prompt to write a new article in the same writing style. Let me know when you're ready for the text. And then you give it to ChatGPT, ask, are you ready to receive this information? It says yes. Then you give it examples. Once you finish giving it 10 examples, you say, now give me a reusable prompt to allow me to convert any text into this specific writing style. So this is great for things like a technical thing. So in the Muay Thai gym, you have technical skills breakdown videos, right? We've done hundreds of those. And usually it's a one specific person on our team. It's actually Clinton who writes these captions. So once we started outsourcing it to VAs, they're not doing Muay Thai. So it was really hard for them to write good instructions. Like here, you see an example. We've got a hook, then we've got a setup, and then we've got step-by-step, actual 8 steps of that describes what happened in the instructional video. So, but through this process, we were able to get someone who's not even a Muay Thai, just basically describe what they're seeing on the screen. Right hand goes into the head, knee, whatever. And then GPT, because it had 10 examples of actually proper captions, would recognize it and turn it into a very good, usable, instructional caption like this. Does that make sense? I know I'm rushing through this. Does that make sense, everybody, or am I too fast? Can you just wave, yep, to me, hello? Hopefully it makes sense. That's good. Hi, Mia. How you going? Hello from Malaysia. Hello from Malaysia. All right. So hopefully you guys, that makes sense. So that's basically how you would train your dragon. You train your robot. You give it examples, and then you ask it to remember that writing style. Right. So, hello, Rebecca, Muay Thai family. Hello, hello. Mistake number 3, the huge mistake is doing it from scratch every time. So, and I'm guilty of this sometimes too. Sometimes it's easier to, like, because I remember to type it in, but to actually use it properly, you want to keep really good files and really good documents around your training, ChatGPT training. You have to keep records of all your prompts and be ready to retrain your robot. Because what happens, less so in the paid version, as sometimes you've got a beautiful chat going, your robot is trained, it never uses Unleash Elevate, and never drops these horrible emojis everywhere that are like not relevant. And all of a sudden it just starts freaking out and spitting out, like not responding to you properly. It actually breaks. And there's nothing you can do. So what you have to do, you have to retrain it. You have to open a new chat, forget about it, delete that one, open a new chat and retrain it. And so if you don't keep your records, that means that you have to go do it all over again. So for each of your regular posts, for example, so just go back for a second. For each of your regular posts, you would have, for example, for fight show announcement, for your birthday, for your technique reel, for this, you would have a document that would document how do you train for that particular caption or for that particular blog post. So in case Chat GPT forgets about it, you can always copy paste and start again, or you can give it to your VA or other people, new people in the team, and they can pick it up right where you left off. So we're not all of a sudden, just because it's a new person on the social media team, see the unleash and the elevate, which is really annoying. And the brand voice, of course, you got to keep a record of how you trained it, how you got to that tone of voice. All right, so you can do that yourself in the documents, and that's what I do. Or you can use an amazing tool called AIPRM. So write that down, guys, AIPRM.com. It's an extension for Chrome, for your browser. And what it is that prompt engineering is like this people that spend hours and hours and hours and a long time to learn how to do it. So they've already pre-created templates for the prompts. So there are thousands of prompts already made, and they're very nuanced. If you use any of the pre-populated ones, you're never going to have this unleash and elevate bullshit. So the one example here would be human written 100% unique SEO optimized article, and all we see here is that one sentence, but the prompt actually, if you go inside it, is like a whole page, because it's very nuanced, very instructional. And all you need to do here, if you click on that prompt, is put your keyword, and it will come up with the actual article, the full blog post, just from one keyword. Or you can put, what I like to do, don't tell anybody, I like to go, for example, on Evolve MMA website. They've been investing a lot of time and a lot of money building up their blog for SEO. And I grab a link about Muay Thai for kids or whatever they have it, and I put it into here, and I say, can you please create a blog post from information from this article? Make sure it doesn't record as plagiarism, and it ranks better in SEO for these terms. And it, by magic, writes me the whole blog post article really, really well. So that's what I do. AIPRM, check it out. These prompts, you actually can, the ones that I was talking about for technique reels or for fight show announcements, you can create a template within the AIPRM and save it. So and then you can share it with your teammate, and they will use that from AIPRM, so that you don't have to share the document with it. All right. So that's coming to the last mistake. Mistake number 4. Sorry, I'm actually over time, so I'm going to rush through this one. Mistake number 4, use Chat GPT just for writing. You can use it for so many things, from content creation to crisis management to personal branding to networking, collaboration, community, so many things. But even within marketing and content creation, don't just use it for writing. Use it for planning your content as well. So for the next example, and I'll give you all these prompts, by the way, at the end, I'll tell you how to get them. So if we go to the next slide, we'll see that when you're planning content, for example, you can use ChatGPT to plan Instagram stories content for your account. How would we do that? So here is a very specific prompt template that you would use. Generate a weekly Instagram story calendar in a table format featuring 2 daily story ideas for every 7 days. One story should focus on creating personal connections with the followers, and the other being a more sales-focused story, sadly promoting my product service. So I am and then you would insert what it is, a target audience of like 30 age. And so I use this template for one of the gyms that I work with here and Phuket for the next one. And this is, we put their details, and this is what came up with. It came up with a Monday to Sunday weekly story ideas for what we need to do. And you can see that it's very specific to our destination gym that we work here with. So a quick gym tour, whatever. So you can even, like, if you have a tournament coming up, you know, you can ask what are the story ideas or post ideas to promote the tournament 2, 3, 5 weeks out. And it will come up for you with the story suggestions. So please use it for planning as well. So that's it. That's us. So just to wrap up, the more time you spend, I know it's like, it sounds really tedious to train it and to put it in a document and save the template, but the more time you spend for training and setup, the more time you save later and the more headache you save later. And I just wanted to reiterate that you need to use AI to help you plan your marketing, your ideas, and even your life. So it comes up with some really cool ideas if you let it, not just writing. All right, so that's us, that's me. And I'm open for questions. So if anybody has any questions, just pop them in the comments right now. Anything about Chat GPT, AI, or Instagram, social media, anything at all. I'm here to help. No questions? Sorry, I know it's so many. We have so many, so much information. I hope, was it helpful, guys? Can you just give me thumbs up if it was helpful at all? If you're going to be using Mike Tyson tone of voice. Yes. Okay, so we don't have any questions. Did I overwhelm everybody? Yulia, give me a question. Anybody? All right. So no questions, and we have run over time, which is really good. So we don't have questions. Now we can wrap it up and be 20 minutes. Oh, okay. Rebecca says she has no questions, but she's glad to be here. Didn't even know people use ChatGPT for posts. Oh, what are you using it for, Rebecca? What are you using it for? That's interesting. Any tips to create logos or posters? Okay. Yes. Play with ChatGPT 4.0 does have it does have a really cool image generator. Or with Midjourney, if you tried using Midjourney, it's very sophisticated. You can actually use ChatGPT to help you create a prompt for Midjourney. So what I do, I'll go and say, go to AI PRM, and it has pre-planned Midjourney templates, and just say, hey, I'm looking for this logo for this industry. And ChatGPT comes up with a prompt, which you copy and paste into Midjourney, and then Midjourney generates a logo or a poster. So usually I would just have it the background created in AI, and then obviously add elements of fighters and whatever on top. Yes, thank you as well. So Rebecca, so what are you using the Chat GPT for? Actually, you know what, Yulia, Canva has logo generator. It's a simple one, but it actually surprisingly works. So Canva, do you use Canva at all? It has AI built into it, and they started doing this logo generation within Canva, and it's actually really cool. You can edit some parts of it right in Canva after generating the main outline. I actually really recommend it. Will the base ChatGPT work as well, or the preferred one to use? That's a really good question. The base ChatGPT will work. It just doesn't have some of the features. So you can start pretty much everything I was talking about. You can start using in the base one, but it can't. If you enter a URL, it won't be able to go in real time and analyze a website, for example. But certain things like developing tone of voice, that stuff, absolutely, planning, it can do really well. Oh, and Rebecca uses it for guidance for assignments, proposal writing, and research summaries. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Research summary, Claude is much better than Chat GPT. Don't tell it. It's going to hate me, but yeah, try Claude. It can actually get, you can give it much more information in one go, something like 75,000 characters. Ideogram, yes, that's a good one. And Telegram bots, well, guys, if you can use Telegram, it's just on a whole other level, but I don't think it's very popular around the world, just in a particular country, so I didn't cover it, but yeah, it's really good. Yes, so that's it. I just want to thank everybody for coming. Next week, we're going to talk about a less sexy topic, but a very, very important one. Secure your social accounts. How to make sure you don't get locked out when you build your Federation account. And then, well, someone builds it and then they walk away with passwords and keys to the kingdom. And believe it or not, but I've seen so many federations that haven't updated their Instagram because someone walked away with the password and they just got disheartened and they just don't want to start again. So even in IFMA, we had an issue with losing access to accounts before my time. And I have spent weeks and weeks and weeks preparing digital security policies and practices. And I'll share with you how you can actually implement it. Thank you from Sri Lanka. It was really good to see you. Yes, so that's what we're going to cover next week. I hope you can all tune in. And yes, how to get to all the prompts. So send me a DM on Instagram or my WhatsApp. Say, hi, I've been to your, so send me your email address on the DMs and I will share with you a folder with all this magical prompts so you can just copy paste. So it's Zlata_K on Instagram or on IFMA. Send it to me today, and tomorrow I'll be sending out all the prompts and templates for you guys to use. Thank you so much. That's it from me today. Have a good day. Bye.